Hello, beautiful person watching this. I'm so happy that you're here. Welcome back to another Slay the Spire Ascension 20 Silent Run. On this channel, I have my recorded wins with some commentary and general discussion about this beautiful game that we play. Taking a comfy path with lots of campfires. Decided to take Common Relic and we get Blood Vial, healing us for 2 whenever we enter a combat room. A solid relic. Pretty low on the power scale, but any sustain is welcome. The slime is very angry today. Oof. Not taking damage, of course, but how long must this go on? And 3 very good attacks on floor 1 here. I actually take Masterful Stab as the most damage, and it causes 0 sometimes. And this is back when I still was confused about the fact that I had no beta art. So I've since sorted that out, I believe. If you are playing the modded version and you kill the heart, you don't get the beta art, it turns out. Even though it says you did. And backflip for a Sneaky Strike. I'm looking for more damage, take Sneaky Strike. Concentrate is on sale. That's not happening yet, though. That's for sure. There's an Endless Agony. There's a Fire Pot. That's pretty good. Fire Pot is definitely one you should be looking out for in this early Act 1 phase. Possibly the best thing you can find. It's kind of like having one preserved insect usage. Sometimes just that one easier elite is good enough to get you rolling. It is like that against Gremlin Knob anyway. I think Laga has a bit too much health and Sentries have a bit too much health total. Not a bad lice fight. A lot of potions in this early part here. And Acro is here, definitely good with our Sneaky Strike. And we'll be better as the run goes on. Playing pretty smoothly here, I have to say. Pretty locked in, I can tell. It's a good thing to see. Escape Plan is probably the best card here. But Flying Knee's more damage. Take the Flying Knee. So this day I was just, give me all the damage. Are we fighting Slime Boss or Hexaghost? That is probably true. Considering how aggressive I'm being with my picks. This is a very spooky lice fight. Find Odd Attack or Unload. Unload probably better because it actually kills one. Pretty important. So yeah, ended up taking no damage that turn actually. They're still very angry, but we can kill one again, only take 1. So this is actually pretty good as well. Had to use Attack Pot, unfortunately, but the hard pulls sometimes demand your potions. And we got another potion. Our potion chance must be like 10% right now. And Infinite Blades is here. And I'm feeling like I still need more damage, it seems. Otherwise, I would have just taken the Piercing Well immediately, probably. And I've been trying to take Infinite Blades a bit more lately ever since my really good run where I had 2 of them with Dead Branch. It's fun and it's cool. Gremlin Knob's here. It is not very good most of the time. So rip the Snecko Pot, because Snecko Pot kind of sucks. It's very risky. And so if you can use it, like you have a Sneaky Strike in your hand, I could high roll, that's pretty good. I mean, you're probably going to Fire Pot anyway. Kind of insane not to Fire Pot there, arguably, but I actually got out and got to save the Fire Pot, which is really good. And Bag of Prep. Drawing us 2 extra cards on turn 1 is very good. And we take a dodge and roll as well. It is Slime Boss. And Pantograph is here, healing us for 25 when we enter a boss room. That's really good. Going into Slime Boss. We'll be very happy about that. Just taking as much damage as possible here. Pretty much. Slime Boss demands so much respect. You pretty much have to deal 75 damage in your first draw pile. And if you don't take enough damage, you can't. Also, it can't really be poison damage because it'll go away, except for fumes because it keeps reapplying. So Slime Boss is definitely the trickiest for the silent, and a lot of runs completely warp around the existence of him. It's like you can't take cards you would normally take against the other bosses because he's so brutal. And we're also dying to Lagavulin. Fire Pot was very good there. And find a kunai. Every time we play 3 attacks in one turn, we'll gain 1 dexterity. I even take a backstab. And do I lose 11 health here? That seems kind of insane. But if we can just survive, then it's worth it. I actually refuse, which is probably smart. And so now, suddenly, this backstab and infinite blades look pretty good. So we have this kunai, which will reward us for playing many cheap attacks. Infinite blades is still a bit slow, but at least it is doing something more than 4 damage per turn. So sometimes it's all it really takes. Right now it is dealing 4 damage per turn though. Decent looking draw pile there. Not too bad overall there. Find a Smiling Mask, which will make the card remove option at every shop for the whole run cost 50 gold exactly. And take a Terror. Terror is great. Pretty much the card you're looking for against Slime Boss if you draw that on turn 1. It's such a huge difference, the split you get. Because you have to do more than 75 damage, obviously. You need to do closer to 100 or 125. Because if you split at exactly 75, it's really bad. So what I said earlier actually wasn't even quite poignant enough. And I don't want to point this at the Mad Gremlin because it'll gain 2 strength and hit me for 1. But the other one was shielded, which is very awkward. Other Terror. It's probably not good. I think we finally pumped the brakes. Skip or Deadly Poison? Deadly Poison seems bad though, so probably skip. Terror, I'm considering second Terror. I do take Deadly after all. Deadly is, you know, poison for some fights, which might matter. Considering Terror versus Backstab, I decide on Terror. Making sure I can always play, that's good. Found the Infinite Blades on turn 1, that's pretty good. Should have played Masterful Stab before drawing. I overdrew a card there. This is not a good split. I need to draw something good here. Ew. I was considering not splitting there, I think, which is kind of insane. But I do have block plot and I had some block cards in my hand. And we didn't find fumes, so this post-split part of the fight is going to be pretty awkward. Decide to block pot for 9 block, basically. Kind of questionable, I don't think. I could have used it later if I needed the block. So that was a bit strange. Otherwise, not worth using in the boss fight, probably. Because of the 75% heal, it really only blocks for 3 if you live. I think that maths, or 4. Math is hard. We are stacked kunai, which is definitely helping. Masterful Stab's unplayable now, though. That's a bummer. Did need the block pot after all, it looks like. Yep. Wait, I'd be at 1, actually. No, I'd be at 4, because I blocked for 9, actually. Now we'd be at 3. These brutal slimes, man. So even though we took like every single attack card we were offered and a terror, it's just not enough still. Like, we are barely scraping by here. Slime boss is so mean. And Pantograph, by the way. Like, how do you die to the Act 1 boss with the Pantograph? It is so unlikely. Almost there, guys. How long has this fight been? Like 4 hours? It's fine. We've done it. Goodbye, slime boss. Adrenaline looks really good. I'm probably going to take that over the other options. Tools is fine, but adrenaline is adrenaline. And we do have Infinite Blades Backstab. And we're really looking for Blade Dances because I have Kunai. So I do take Wrist Blade, increasing the damage of all of our zero-cost attacks by 4. So that should be pretty interesting. And it's a card that or a relic that I never really take very often. You don't see it very often, first of all, and when you do, maybe you're not leaning into zero-cost attacks, and even if you are, it is often the case that Astrolabe or whatever is better than it. But it is fun, so sometimes if you're leaning into zero-cost stuff enough, you can just take it and have some fun. If you're not planning on killing the hearts, it's really good, actually, probably. But boy, is Blade Dance not a great strategy against the heart most of the time. At least just Blade Dance, you know. Gotta have some other options. I'm using my left hand. This is an incredible sight. Hope to draw this flying knee. Never mind, Shiv's cooking. Huge. So the Infinite Blades Wrist Blade combo. Really cooking here. And Slice Plus is here, dealing 13 damage. Gonna be taking that Slice Plus. Very exciting. And Transform 2 Strikes seems great. But there's also mutagens, and I have Backstab. I'm probably going to take this. I'm trying to kill everything. Transforming 2 Strikes has to be right, though, I think. I mean, it's just so much better, but... Okay. So I do transform, get Cloak and Dagger and Envenom. And Envenom could be pretty cool here, actually. Kind of regretting the Wrist Blade already, because Envenom provides more scaling, but in the really fast fights, where putting Envenom in play is unrealistic or unnecessary, then having the extra damage is actually great. Wrist Blade essentially starts the fight with accuracy in play, except it's better than accuracy because it works for zero-cost attacks that aren't shivs. So even though most of them will probably be shivs, sometimes they won't. And it's even better. Like Slice, for example. That's a 19 damage Slice. Holy moly. Probably Piercing Wail. I love me a Piercing Wail. Worth considering block cards more than normal because you have Kunai, though. But Piercing Wail's really good. Gotta have the one for the, you know, everything it does. It's really insane. It is Apparition against the Heart's multi-hit. That fact alone makes it good enough to pick. But, of course, the later the better if you're thinking about it that way. good against Act 3 bosses, good against book stabbing, good against Gremlin Leader, good against Slavers. It's good against every single Act 2 elite also. That's actually insane. It's actually better than Apparition, by the way, against the Hearts multi-hit. It full blocks. Yes. I am yapping, though. Apologies. We managed to put Venom in play, and we're doing big damage here. Very exciting. Fear Pod is pretty good. We can play Terror without having the Terror. Take a Footwork. Footwork's pretty good. Need to be able to block eventually. Less important than normal because of Kunai, but still good. Man, that's a lot of damage. Wristblade is cooking here. The fact that it's always active is what makes the relics in general so strong. You don't have to find it. It's not at the bottom of my deck. It's not like, uh-oh, I'm taking a billion damage, so I can't play it. I have to block instead. All of this stuff is so worth considering, of course. No way to apply the Piercing Wail here, unfortunately. I messed something up there, and I don't know what it was. Past me was unhappy. I could tell by my mouse movement there. I guess I thought that it was going to be Piercing Wail, but it wasn't. So I took 10, or maybe I discarded something that I wasn't supposed to or something. Deflect Plus is here, and Backflip is here. Both of those are pretty good. Deflect Plus, though, with 3 energy only, and Kunai and Footwork. Just having that fast block seems very important. So we're pretty strong. But we just need to be able to actually play all of our cards in our hand. Flavors are here. No Piercing Wail. Hopefully can kill one outright, though. No discard either. That's a shame. Should have played Flying Knee instead of Strike. I just missed 1 energy next turn. That's an obvious one. Good eye if you saw that. Pretty awkward. Seems we don't have our infinite blades in place, so we are missing our big damage engine here. It's definitely hurting us. Considering taking damage, but we're actually not taking damage, so Masterful Stab's obviously correct. Oof. Do I now Vulnerable Pots and kill this? Does it even kill it? I think it exactly kills it. Yeah. So that's very brutal. Didn't want to use that Vulnerable Pot, but these hands are getting too awkward, and ouch, that's a very awkward hand. That's like a disgustingly bad hand. So we're very happy that we used the Vulnerable Pot there, because if we didn't, we would have died that turn. It's like every... Oh man, that's a lot of wounds. It's like when you look at it, after letting this thing hit you for, how many turns has it been? 9 turns? It's a lot of wounds. I'm at 4 health, by the way, so that fight went absolutely terribly. I win from here? That's crazy. Go to a rest site and heal. Happy Flower is fine, giving us 1 energy every 3 turns. Apotheosis here, I'm going to buy that. We also found a Pen Nib, which will double the damage of every 10th attack we play. And that was an insane shop, by the way. I found Accuracy, Blade Dance as well, and Apotheosis. So, wow. And do I feel strong enough to take the Super Elite? I don't. I had to use the potions, unfortunately. So we should be a lot stronger now. That's for sure. just didn't play a card. Oops. Now it's backflip time, probably. Better than skipping, I think. That's for sure. And the other cards weren't good enough. Disgusting hand here. You hate to see this. It might be just backflip to try to find something. Yep. There's Adrenaline, which is pretty lucky. And there's Acro, which could let me play Sneaky Strike, but maybe that's not good. I have to play Acro right now. Okay, I do. Draw one card with it. Gross. And then it's like, I want to play Accuracy and Infinite Blades, but I'm going to take 1 billion damage. This is like, how do we win? How do we not die here? I don't know what happened here, but I cooked. That's all I know. I go Accuracy, Blade Dance instead. Fast as possible gameplay here. And I think I'm alive, technically, with Neutralize and Deflect. I got 1 health. That's very exciting. Then I have Piercing Wail for this turn. And Venom. Should play that. Piercing Wail. And Pendib's on 9, so Sneaky Strike kills. Also, I would have killed anyway with Cloak and Dagger. I should play Cloak and Dagger. It's still too much damage. Wow, that's crazy. Another escape plan seems really good. Tactician also seems good. More energy is pretty important here. I agree. Finds potions. Double Occultist Paw is actually pretty good for this boss fight that's coming up. And I'm upgrading Apotheosis over Resting Eye Pantograph. Okay, so we made it to the boss, so we're fine. That's how that works. And Apotheosis on turn 1, thanks Bag of Prep. If you ever didn't know why Bag of Prep was good, there you go. Simply digs deeper to find the good cards. Or more importantly, it makes it less likely your hand is all bad cards, I suppose. Should have probably neutralized the Collector there instead of the minion. Trying to do the most damage as possible, but probably weakening the Collector is pretty important. Take 4. Accuracy is good. That's a 34 damage shiv. Holy moly. Like a laser beam. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Take 4 to play in Venom. Seems reasonable. Venom will... Actually, that might have been wrong. We have so much, like, base damage here. It's only 1 actual health, right? If we go out right now. Anyway, it's fine. Made it to Act 3. So after almost dying and having a horrible Slavers fight and a very spooky Book of Stabbing fight, we eviscerate the Collector and make it through a pretty strong deck. Now we have this Apotheosis upgraded in our deck. Very happy about that. Malaise is really good in Act 3 and the Heart. It does kind of neuter both Time Eater and Wokebird. And it's even good against the Heart as well. So that's a great card. If you see it at the end of Act 2, it's feeling a lot better, I think. Even though it's good in Act 2 as well. At the end of Act, or at the start of Act 2 as well. Just not quite as insane, I would say. It's also harder to actually make a big malaise at the end of Act 1 as opposed to now. Which is worth considering. I don't think I meant to take damage here. But take 2. And we took a Coffee Dripper, by the way, that prevents us from resting. And we also found Maw Bank, giving us 12 gold whenever we go up a floor until we spend money at a shop. I should talk about the boss relics more. I kind of like don't think of them as relics. Same with the event relics. But I should probably mention everything. Why not, right? Do you care if I talk about the boss relics? Or the event relics? Or do you know what those do? Very tough decision there. Where to point my double damage attack. Pretty good fight there. Another deflect and another piercing whale are both here. I don't know what's right. I'm probably gonna take piercing whale though. And this fight is spooky. I actually skipped that fight. Not interested in dying. Fair enough. I think I could have beaten that fight personally. Current me. But I understand not wanting to risk it when we have Coffee Dripper and probably strong enough to win from here without taking that event is the important thing. Ornithopter is interesting. I take the sustain, even though we have Pantograph, just because I want to survive so badly. I think that's wrong, to be honest. But I was just in a don't die kind of mood. Yeah, I think when you have a Pantograph and a Blood Vial and Apotheosis, so upgrading card isn't nearly as important, then probably not. Oh wait, we have Coffee Dripper. Right. But I still think Pantograph was enough sustain and with Blood Vial. This is why you should write a script for every single Slay the Spire run you play that's an hour each. XD. Deflect cooking there. Deflect doubters, where are you? Piercing whale cooking there. But there are no piercing whale doubters, probably. I think piercing whale is a bit too undeniable. It's like, it's just block for 6, and then you realize that it's actually insane. I remember learning that the card was good, and how much it shaped my perspective of this game. It's a long time ago, obviously, but I didn't think anything of that card the first time I saw it, a long, long time ago. Can honestly be like one of the most important parts of winning a lot of the time. Not in this fight though. Giant Head is not caring so much about that, but it's okay because Giant Head's in peril as usual. It might die before it even says 1. Actually, it is saying 1, but actually hits us, I mean. Tactician is doing good things. Energy didn't even matter there. Singing Bowl is here, allowing us to gain 2 max health instead of skipping a card award screens. Second Tactician seems kind of crazy. I do take it. I don't think I have quite enough draw for that at this point. 3 Acro with Apotheosis, actually. Maybe I was just drawing badly that fight. So upgrade my powers that I can put in play before Apotheosis. That way they're actually upgraded. Fumes versus Infinite Blades, and I played Infinite Blades. This is just the zero cost attack deck. Obviously. Oof. If I had played in Venom before that first attack, that'd be dying. It's okay though, I found another attack. Shivs are brutal. I realize I have lethal, probably, yeah. So I shouldn't have pointed attacks, that's the other thing. But now I'm realizing I can charge Pen Nib a bit more. So if I was doing this, I should not have pointed the Pen Nib at Repto at all, right? I believe. That's okay though. And find Incense Burner. Every 6 turns, we will gain 1 intangible. I think we were going to win probably anyway, but that kind of really seals the deal, I would say. And Mind Bloom's here. God, Mind Bloom. The fact that it isn't like a super rare event is so good. Because boy, do I love this event. The music. And just fighting a Act 1 boss. It's such a cool thing. It's like not really even challenging, but it's so cool still. Basically a cutscene. It's a cutscene. I don't know if it was intended to be that way. Like, did they know that fighting an Act 1 boss is like free? I'm sure they did. This game is so insanely well balanced. Find a Ginger, preventing us from being weakened. Not terrible. We do quite a bit of attack damage. Find an escape plan as well. Lots of dexterity. That's pretty good. Escape plan once you're past Gremlin Knob feels so free. But before Gremlin Knob, it's so awkward. Don't want to get rid of any of these cards. Defend was the go there. I'm having a hard time figuring out what I want to pitch, which is a good thing because it means my cards are all good. But it's a bad feeling. I know that feeling. I had it in this run, in fact. This fight is not going as well as the last giant head fight somehow. I played Stilled Chaos. Hope it blocks for me. It does. Don't even have to play that. Could have played it anyway though, because it's not really good in this fight. Would rather draw a different card. It doesn't matter, it's gonna die. Nooch may have been a mistake there if I break Pen Nib. I did not break Pen Nib, that was good. Tingsha is here. Every time we discard a card, we will deal 3 damage to a random enemy, and Wraith Form is here. So we're getting a bit silly all of a sudden. Tingsha is not very good here. We are very far from discarding enough cards for that damage to be relevant, I would say. But it's fun and it's cool. One of my favorite relics. Probably my favorite relic in the whole game, actually. Certainly a contender, anyway. And I love finding it early. That way you can build towards it. But here we are kind of doing the 0 cost attack thing and the block a lot thing. If we find 1 gamble though, it could actually be pretty good. To have 2 tacticians and a bunch of acros. Here's hoping. Can't say I remember if this run had calculated gamble or not in the end. Trying to charge Pen Nib more. I'm letting it shield so that it can get attacked more. I still can't play that attack. It's like 28 damage. That's a lot of damage. I do too much damage. I'm also charging Incense Burner, I believe, is the main goal here. So yeah, I didn't care about Pen Nib actually. And Well-Laid Plans Plus is here. I'm going to certainly be taking that. That's really, really good. Thanks, game. And play Malaise. Get in there, Tingsha. Just charging Pen Nib and Dexterity. Could have considered keeping that for next turn, though. Now we have a Wraith form and a Burner, so it's gonna be hard to take damage ever again. And Kunai can outpace the Dex minus from the Wraith form, letting you block still, which is pretty cool. Is intangible here. I don't want to waste my Pen Nib into it, but I also don't want to have a Shiv in my hand. But I think it's fine. Just pass. Not reshuffling for quite a while, so don't care about that Shiv in the pile, really. It's going to die now. Good foot. Gremlin Horn is here. Every time we kill an enemy, we will gain 1 energy and draw a card. Considering another accuracy, but I decide no thanks. You're going into a Woke Bird, so can't have an overload of powers, or we may give it too much bonus strength. And probably don't need the damage anyway. Do I use the Cultist's Power? I do. So everyone except the Woke Bird in this fight are ritualing. That's what it is. Ritual. I think a ritual potion would be a cool, but is that what it's called? I'm pretty sure it's called Cultist Potion. Man, there should be like a Slay the Spire trivia thing. Is that a thing? I think there may have been one at the Pride thing, but I didn't play, or like I wasn't there. But yeah, it would be interesting to test. Like, what is this called? What is this called? What does this do? You know, because I think I'd be pretty good at it, but at the same time, I still can't remember things sometimes. Malaise is gonna be good here. Definitely happy we have one of those. But can't play it for a billion here, or else we will take damage, so gonna discard Tactician and then play it. It is already weakened though, so to actually I think I missed that past me, so I didn't reduce its damage by nearly as much as I expected to, because it was already weakened. Should have blocked again, I think. But maybe I just didn't care. I wanted to reduce its strength by as much as possible. And Piercing Well on the right turn here, that's very good. So we're doing the thing where when we kill it with the strength minus debuff, that's temporary from Piercing Wail. It dies, therefore removing the debuff and the buff that says gains 6 strength at the end of this turn, which is what Piercing Wail does to return it back to normal. And therefore it basically just resets itself back to 0 if it has negative strength instead of whatever number it should have. A pretty well-known glitch. Is it a glitch? Clever use of game mechanics that was never removed and was known about forever, so pretty cool trick. Don't play that. Pen Nib on 9 is good, and Burner on 4 is good. Really, really good fight. Happy about that. Time Eater is here. Ah, Company. Definitely the one we didn't want to see. We probably would have done pretty well at Donu Deca here. The meter is so mean. Take 10. So our goal again is to get out with Burner on 4 as the act for Elite. Hits you for 61 or 40 on turn 2, and you will draw 2 burns every time. So your hand is worse, and you're getting hit for a billion. Very important to have burner on 4. You take damage in this fight all the way down to as low as you can if it's necessary in order to do that. And 3 is better than, you know, a different number. Because you also get hit for a lot on turn 3. But you might just be dead on turn 2 if you don't have it on 4. And a pretty humble malaise here, unfortunately. We were vulnerable here, so taking a lot of damage. Probably going to try to kill it outright instead of letting it split. It's going to be tough, though. And if we want to put burner on the right number, we have to wait quite some time. That was the wrong order. Found a blade dance anyway, never punished. I'm going for it here. It is seemingly... Oh, I think I'm actually committing to... not killing it here. The piercing whale, because it's going to split. You can do the same exact thing we just did to Woke Bird. We reduce its strength to less than 0, and then it'll reset itself to 0. Basically -4 total strength permanently. Shouldn't be playing so many cards. That was weird. Infinite Blades is really not at its best in this one. It's like we don't always want to be playing shivs, but we have to, or else we just fill our deck with shivs. It is doing 14 damage and poisoning. That's pretty good. Trying to get out next turn? That seems ambitious. We'll see what happens. Definitely not happening. So this is not lining up very well to do what I'm saying. I suspect we leave this fight with burner on the wrong number, just because of how this is going. I don't think I'm going to survive post-Wraith form those 2 or 3 turns. It's possible. And I also might just kill it accidentally before I get there. Definitely possible. Oh, burner goes off as well, obviously. That's an extra turn of Wraith form, essentially. I mean, I knew that, though, right? It's still mathing. It's 2 turns. Game is so weird. It's going to die too fast is the current problem. Gonna get out on 3 instead. That's how this is going. But I might have to get out right now. Oof. We find weaken. I am blocking. All I have to do is not die. I don't really care about being at full health or whatever. Yeah, that's fine. So I am putting it on 3, which is better than 2 because 2 is like really bad. At least it's blocking the big hit from the shield. Better than nothing. Charge pen nib. Yep. Okay. So as long as we don't die in the Act 4 lead, we have this pantograph. Should help a lot. Thump, thump, thump. Deep pulsing dread. The ending. Footwork. Wraith form. Yeah, Wraith form. But then I'm like, wait. I'm probably not playing Wraith form until after Apotheosis anyway. Perhaps. Nope. Wraith form gets upgraded. Reflex seems good. considering a potion. Well, Centennial Puzzle. Notably, Centennial Puzzle is really good in the Act 4 Elite fight, because you can choose to take damage on turn 1 in order to not have a abysmal turn 2 hand with the burns in it. How much does this Ornithopter heal me for? Probably very little. I'm trying to make get rid of the artifact charges for other things there. Overplaying Infinite Blaze is a little bit questionable, but I think it's fair enough. Now we can Piercing Wail. And we are taking the big dam here, it would seem. Try to dig for Adrenaline. Missed. And Apotheosis. Ew, footwork over defend. Very stinky. Gotta do that, I suppose. Trying to find Adrenaline before Apotheosis before Adrenaline. Man, that thing is really deep in there. And Envenom. So yeah, we were drawing Apotheosis pretty reliably for most of this run, but all it takes is that one fight where you really need it, and you don't draw it. So, you know, never call someone a lucker because they're drawing it in like every hallway fight where they'd win anyway. The fights where it really matters are the ones where whether you won having it in the top half of your deck or not is where it really actually matters. Wraith form is huge, and I want to put Burner on Fort. I am mousing over it to indicate I'm thinking about it. Very kind of me. I play Wraith form here, surely. Or nope, I can kill it actually. That seems good. Now we can chill. I am freaking out about the Burner now. If I mouse over it twice, that's like, uh-oh. I might not get it again. That would be bad. I really want to have it. Like, we can't let it pass 4, because 3 would be fine too. But if it goes past 4, then it's on 5, and then 5 means that we go into the heart, and then on turn 1 it goes off, and it's not hitting us ever. Uh-oh, this doesn't look good. Can I get there? This is looking pretty good. Pendib's on 9 as well. Nope, 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 nope. This is not good. That Masterful Stab costs 7 big ones. Yep, this is bad. And I have to wait a whole nother cycle, I think, but now it's gonna die to my Fumes, which is very awkward. I should have not played Fumes, I guess. Is that right? Could that possibly be right? Should have played the Shiv. It wasn't going to do damage. So if it's on 2, that's a disaster, because it's the same as having it on 5, which means it will never ever actually block a hit. Anything but 2. Looks like it's going to be a 2. This is not good. I could kill it right now, maybe. Nope, it has 99 block. So yes, this is actually a disaster, unfortunately. And it just worked out that the poison is killing it on the wrong turn. So that's not good. And we found the boot. There's a gamble. That's actually possibly good. I take another footwork though instead. I would have taken the gamble in hindsight. But yes, we do have the boot now, which will increase any unblocked attack damage we deal that is less than 5 up to 5. Chose not to play backstab there because it would have done 2 damage to us and procced Centennial Puzzle last turn, which is bad. I could proc it right now by playing Infinite Blades. Might be correct. Gilpot doesn't seem insane here either. There is a Nightmare. I don't even want it. Nightmare on Infinite Blades equals Kunai charge every single turn. huge. So unfortunately, Infinite Blades has failed off in past me's mind. I'm not interested. And I'm messing over the burner. It will do something sometimes if we have Wraith Form, because it'll just add an intangible stack. But otherwise, it would completely whiff every time. Try to find Apotheosis or Welley Plans. Welley Plans, then play Apotheosis next turn. Definitely. Ouch. Malaise is carrying a bit. Play Dodge and Roll first, then play Apotheosis, even though we would like to upgrade the card first. We want to prevent the damage. Could play Blade Dance and take 1 or whatever. Seems pretty important to gain the charge and actually do some damage. And Piercing Wail is the bottom card here, so we will be drawing that for the big multi-hit turn. And look at these tacticians go. I never doubted myself for a second. Had to get rid of the artifact charge there, so Envenom's great at that. And I'm even full blocking. I can save the Piercing Wail for the next multi-hit, which will probably be happening. So I am trying to use all my resources as diligently as possible here. Only use the really, really good cards when we absolutely have to. Piercing Wail can block for... If it's upgraded, it can block for 120 damage here. If it's hitting for 8 times 15. That is crazy. So definitely want to try to keep that. And considering do I play Blade Dance or not, that's taking some damage. So I play this instead. And Sneaky Strike actually gives me energy here. And I can play the other one. Yep. Good. Now I can play this. Good, good, good. So actually Sneaky Strike, an excellent hit there. It turns out when it costs 0, then it's actually giving you 2 energy as well as doing the damage. And just trying to charge Kunai as much as possible. Keep the Piercing Wail in the Wraith form. If it does big hit and we can't block it, play the Wraith form. If it does multi-hit, play the Piercing Wail. There is the multi-hit, so this is blocking for 60 damage. My god. So I tend to know what cards are good against the heart as the sound. I think my silent runs against the heart usually look pretty good. Definitely like the reason that certain cards are valued as certain ways because of this fight exactly. Because if you can't deal with it, you're gonna die. But you can make it look really easy instead. So even with Burner on the wrong number and not even playing Wraith form, we kind of embarrassed the heart there after the first couple turns. And very cool. Pantograph healing for 115, absolutely insane. Toy Orthoptically bought, only healing for 10. Wasn't actually necessary at all. Definitely wrong to buy that. I said that pretty much immediately after buying it, I think. And yeah. Overall, a very strange run. Some questionable plays and some excellent decisions as well. And we made it through. So if you're still here, how have you not subbed? How have you not liked the video? Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And as always, have a beautiful day.